today for our special End of the 90s Decade Wrap-Up. We have people today like the amazing Hannibal Lecter. We have Bill Clinton. We have Anthony Kiedis, lead singer of the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Francisco Wainwright, the mediocre fashion critic. Stephanie Coppertone, an art critic that is taking the world by storm. And our special guest, Britney Spears. Our first guest, Hannibal Lecter.
Hello, Oprah. Your skin is looking nice.
Thank you. Anyway, you started in a movie called Silence of the Lambs in 1991, where you played a cannibal serial killer, helping a rookie FBI agent.
What do you mean playing? I was just being myself.
Well, could you show us a sneak peek of your role in this movie?
I was screaming. Some kind of screaming like a child's voice.
What did you do?
I went downstairs, outside. I crept up into the barn. I was so scared to look inside, but I had to.
What did you see, Clarice? What did you see?
Lambs. They were screaming.
Miss Foster was simply a delight to act with. The movie and all was such great fun to act, and the cameramen were simply delectable. Oh, I mean, good at their job.
Okay, well, what are your feelings on all the popular movies from the past decade?
Well, I loved all of the big movies of the 90s, such as Forrest Gump, The Matrix, The Titanic, and of course, Clueless, my personal favorite.
Oh, all the best movies of the 90s. I really love Clueless myself. However, most of the highest rating movies were under the category of animation, such as Toy Story, Jurassic Park, and Terminator 2.
Personally, I thought Forrest Gump was a good movie, but it should not have beat The Shawshank Redemption in the Oscars. I believe Shawshank Redemption should have won Best Picture. At least Pulp Fiction should have beat Forrest Gump.
I personally agree with you, but I believe our time is up. Thank you for joining us today, Dr. Lecter.
Oh, Oprah, you think you're great with your good bag and your cheap shoes?
These shoes were very expensive.
But you're only one generation away from white trash.
I can't say I'm sorry to see him gone. Our next guest is Stephanie Coppertone, a leading art critic of the late 90s in the New York Times.
Oh, I'm so glad to be here today.
So, Stephanie, can you tell us about the art that we have all loved so much during the past decade?
Well, there was a type of art that was popular during this time period called installation art. It was supposed to give the viewer the sensation that they were surrounded by the art. People started to use products to create the art that were able to be sold because of the market crash at the end of the 1980s.
Who would make this kind of art?
Well, Mario Mertz was very popular during this time period as an installation artist. One of his very popular works include Ticino. Other popular artists include Paul McCarthy and Keith Smith.
Wow! Let's take a look at some of these amazing works of art. Those are really cool. Thanks for joining us today, Stephanie.
Thank you.
When is it my turn? I'm bored. I'm wasting away.
Wait a minute, Francisco. You're almost out.
Oh my God, this is so unfair.
Okay, thank you.
And now we have the pleasure to welcome Francisco Wainwright, a mediocre fashion critic.
Mediocre? I think you mean legendary. Well, Oprah,
I just want to talk about fashion. Fashion is the key to success in every way possible. You want a girlfriend? Fashion. Want a boyfriend? Fashion. You want a job? You gotta have fashion. For anything you need, all you need is fashion. So, Oprah, do you want to ask me any questions about fashion?
Yeah, sure.
Well, the 90s were a big breakthrough for fashion. I know that I personally sported a bowl cut once, and I also bleached my hair. I religiously wore the backwards caps just to make sure I didn't get tired of it, but I did. Hats are such a bore if they have no, like, what's the word I'm looking for, Oprah? Flamboyancy. Alright. Now I just like the gentle gel for it. But, so, I know the girls have had some lander hairstyles in comparison. They'd either have it up or down with a scrunchie. Did you ever wear that, Oprah?
Well,
Of course you didn't. You're too good for that. Anyway, they would also wear like bright headbands with each of the hairstyles. You gotta have variety. You can't always wear these bright headbands. It's like I walk into a club Friday night, alright, and I'm like, hey guys, I got a bright headband. And then I come the next night and I'm wearing the same bright headband. It just doesn't work. I'm telling you. Okay, Oprah, are there any more questions?
yeah, there's a lot.
Alright, the one thing I never understood was when people would wear overalls. And they would wear them with, like, multiple straps down. Like, I don't understand that. It looks like you're an ugly farmer. Who wants to be an ugly farmer? I don't want to be an ugly farmer. Do you want to be an ugly farmer? Of course you don't. Now, I do, from time to time, wear my jeans with the ripped holes, and I love it. It works just fine. And occasionally I'll wear a little flannel shirt to complement it. But I also like to wear crazy patterns and tie-dye. Alright, Oprah, anything else?
No,
I think I'm up. My time's up. Just make sure to look for me. I'll be hitting the big screen soon. I'm going to be an actor. As long as a fashion critic. That's all I have. Ta-ta, Oprah.
I'm sorry, but during the break there was a breakdown on set, and we will have to do the rest of the show by video interviews. But now we will welcome our very own president, President Clinton.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, you had a crazy decade with a huge scandal.
Well, Oprah, I was hoping that we wouldn't solely focus on that, and maybe we could talk more about my accomplishments.
Well, we could talk about how you accomplished everything that you've done.
Well, I've come prepared with a list of my accomplishments during my presidency so far, and after I took office in 1993, when I beat George Bush in the 1992 election, I ended up succeeding in having the longest economic expansion in American history. I've created more than 22 million new jobs. I've gotten the highest home ownership in American history, largest unemployment rate in 30 years. I connected 95% of schools to the internet. I had the lowest crime rate in 26 years. And I've got 100,000 more police for our streets. These are just a few of the things I have done. And I believe that they are all very honorable. Now, I kindly ask that we continue in talking and delve further into my accomplishments as I explain them further, instead of dwelling upon my time with Miss Lewinsky. And I hope that during this interview we can go in depth and we can talk a lot about what I've done, and we can scan and review my presidency so far, see my ups and my downs, but mainly my ups because I want to make myself look good.
But it appears that we are out of time.
Well, I feel like I barely got to talk about what I've accomplished and what I was mainly here for the interview of my 90s presidency so far, and I would just like to say that I will...
Anthony Kiedis and Britney Spears are our next guests. Welcome, Anthony.
Hello, Oprah. It's great to be here.
Hello? Is this on? Oh, hi.
Hello, Brittany. It's wonderful for you to tune in. You two have been very big parts of the music industry.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So tell us about your music that you've made.
Well, I don't know about the Red Hot Chili Peppers, but my music is real cool. I mean, Hit Me Baby One More Time is like my fave song to sing.
Well, with the Red Hot Chili Peppers, I really had fun producing the album Californication. My favorite, though, that wasn't from Californication, would probably have to be Under the Bridge, but I also enjoy singing Scar Tissue.
Yeah, I really liked all of those, except for the songs you listed, Anthony.
That's a good one, Oprah.
I wasn't kidding. I'm gonna mention some bands and I want to hear your opinion on them.
Okay.
Nirvana,
Amazing. Revolutionary.
Spice Girls,
I love them.
Blur,
Damon Albarn is really talented.
And cute.
Weezer,
They're terrific.
NSYNC.
My fave.
Alright everyone, I hope you enjoyed the show, but it appears that we are out of time.
Bye.
Bye.
And I will see you next in the year 2000.